Hello and welcome to another edition of Don't Waste Your Time. This video may not be for you. My name is Purcell and I have 24 aftermarket items in this car and counting. Every time I think I'm done, I always find something else. But out of all the 24 aftermarket items, and even if I would put anything else in this car, I think this is by far the most important one to me. Also probably the most expensive one. This is a Mosconi digital sound processor, a DSP. This DSP is what we call 6 to 8, so we have 6 items running in. It also can handle 2 additional modes of audio, but this system right here powers my audio system. If you can just imagine a 24-track equalizer running in a soundboard, or back in the old days if we had those old equalizers and with our record players and 8-track cassettes, that's what this is. This is a 24-track equalizer. So if you notice in my car up in the front when I was playing some music, everything is flat. There is no added bass, treble, or mid-range. This Mosconi takes all of that and just does some amazing stuff. This is where all of the imaging happens. I will show you some photos if I haven't shown you photos, but I will show you some photos again in this video where the guys from Safe and Sound hooked up this Mosconi to a laptop or to a computer basically, and they played pink noise. Pink noise is just white noise, and the white noise was set in my car going through the speakers, and the installer Brian Nick, this guy's name right here, he was actually making some slight changes as far as the equalization, not just the bass, not the treble or the mid-range, but also he tuned the car where the speakers have the most prominent effect, and I wanted the effect to be more on the driver's side. That's why I have said before in this video, it's all about the driver, not about the passenger. When he had the microphone in my chair, he was imaging, he was tuning the speakers where when you sit in the driver's side, you have more like a surround sound. Again, I have no center channel in my car, so when you hear it, the music is imaged that way that you would think there's a center channel there. You would think there's more of a surround sound in the driver's seat alone. But if you sit in the passenger seat, the only speakers that you would hear in the passenger seat is the right tweeter and the right mid-range. If you sit in the left side of the car in the driver's seat, you will hear left speaker in the tweeter, left speaker in the door, but also, believe it or not, you will hear music from the center of the car. It's amazing. It's tough to describe, but you just have to experience it. So if you're ever in the DMV area, I invite you to listen to my car. Again, we had my man from Atlanta, Mr. E.V. Travis, sit in my car. I had close to 80 people who have sat in my car and listened to a 3-minute demo. This demo comprises of 3 songs at the same volume. The first 3 songs that you hear, only 30 seconds apiece, you will sit in the passenger seat, and then we will switch seats, and then you will sit in the driver's seat, the same 3 songs. And everybody who has sat in my car can definitely hear the difference from the driver's seat versus the passenger seat. It is amazing how it's done. Now, although this is a big box, this item is fairly small, so I'm going to remove the box. And there it is right there. This is the Mosconi. This is the brains of my audio. I have lights here. It lights up at night just around this area right here. You can kind of see the lights around that image right here. But this Mosconi here, as you can see, it's a D2. Again, it's a digital sound processor. So you see all of the speaker wires coming from down here into this system. And also you have, this is also a built-in amp, by the way. So the amp, the digital sound processor is that little light there that's blinking. That provides the equalization of the car. It provides power to the speakers, and it just gives the driver's seat a little bit more of a, I don't know, a surround sound feel than the passenger seat. It is amazing how this is done. It's amazing how technology is done. But again, 6 hours of tuning this car. The first 4 hours when he installed this, only thing he was listening to was shh. That's the only thing he was listening to. He was just listening to that and just tweaking it, making tweaks and making fine adjustments. And then he told me to take the car home. I drove it home. 30 days later, I went back to Safe and Sound, and he did another 2 hours of tweaking. This is what we call a break-in period. Just like when you get a brand new car, you break the car in. I had to break the speakers in, my Audio Frog speakers, JL sub amp, and then you have the Illusion speaker there. And then you have this Mosconi DSP digital sound processor. So it is an amazing piece of equipment. Again, one of the smaller things that I put in this car, by far the most expensive thing I put in this car as far as aftermarket. But this, again, is the best thing I ever put in my car because I'm in high-end audio. Well, that's it for right now on another edition of Don't Waste Your Time. This video may not be for you. I'd like to thank everybody who has supported my aftermarket items in this car. But wait, there's more, because in the next few shows you will see some things that I have made some upgrades to. But this show will still continue as long as I meet people and have people do some aftermarket things in their car. I'll be sharing some of their aftermarket items with you. So see you next time. Thanks a lot.